But I know that when I was at my heaviest, which was at 189 pounds, I wasn't feeling healthy. I wasn't feeling energetic. I was feeling depressed and out of whack. And I was at the time 35 years old. So I knew that something had to give. I'm a married woman with 2 children, and I am usually very busy, even without, this career that I now have. So I knew that I needed to do something to change. And I joined this challenge, and in the first 3 days, I dropped 8 pounds just by doing the detox. I saw then that if I can do 3 days of a shake, delicious shake, may I say so, not because I'm in love with Shakeology, but because I am addicted to chocolate Shakeology. I love it. And I lost those 8 pounds, and I saw that it was possible. And I had a connection that I never felt before with the people in the challenge group that I belonged to. So I felt as if I was responsible for showing up every single day, posting my meals, posting a sweaty picture, and posting something that motivated me daily. So those 3 things were the first actions or the first behaviors that I noticed that I started to do that were giving me a difference that I had never seen before. I had participated in Weight Watchers groups. I had, had a coach before with Nutrisystem, but it was different. It was more of, I had to go there and listen to other people talk, and it didn't relate to me. And it felt like I had to do that for a lifetime, which was I was going to use Nutrisystem food for the rest of my life, which wasn't feasible. And some of the things that I noticed that I did was I stuck to a program. And this is key. If you can say, okay, I am, there are many people who, like me, I own Taibo, I own Zumba, I own, my kids used to have those video games that you'd play, the Wii games. I had those. And at the time I had Turbo Jam, and then I bought Chalene Extreme. Chalene Extreme was a 90-day program. And for those 90 days, all I did, rain, shine, snow, or wind, I only did Chalene Extreme. I'm not going to lie. There were days in which I did not want to do it. But I wanted to see the results of this program, so I stuck to it. On my rest days, what I did was the program came with a free workout, which was a Fat Blaster program. And I would do that on my off days. So I felt like I was still following the Chalene Extreme program, but I was committed to the schedule. And I followed the schedule to the T. I'm the type of person that I need to see notes. So I would even write happy faces, sad faces on my calendar to see how my energy felt on those days, because I wanted to see a difference. So I felt like, let me just track everything. And little did I know that I was doing one of the perfect behaviors, which is tracking my workouts, tracking how I felt, and tracking what I was doing. At one point, towards the middle of my transformation, maybe I would say 30 days in, I had already dropped 18 pounds. I was like, yes, this is great. This is going fast. I'm loving this. Month 2 came in, and things started to slow down. Now I wasn't losing, 3 and 5 pounds every week. Now I was losing 2 pounds and 1 pound a week. So I started to get worried. And I spoke with my coach. And one of the things that she spoke to me about was, you need to shock your body. You need to do some things that are going to break the plateau. So now I had to be even more strict. So I looked at my meal planning, and I looked at what I was eating. Everything at that time, we didn't have the container system that most of us use with the 21-day fix. So I used to measure things by cups and half a cups. And I used to buy a scale to weigh my meats. And if it was 3 ounces of beef, that's what I would eat. If it was 2 ounces of chicken, that's what I would eat. I had the Weight Watchers scale, and I actually weighed my food, but because I wanted to see a difference. So I would write down what I ate. And if I ate chicken for lunch, I wouldn't eat chicken for dinner. I would eat something different. And if I had a salad, I would switch it up at night because my body needed to see something different. And you start to learn how your body reacts to certain things. So you're listening to your body and you're reacting towards it. So that was one thing. I followed the program to the T. I tracked my workouts and I tracked my meals, and I figured out what I was doing. I don't know if many of you are aware, but there are applications that you can purchase through iTunes that can help you track your meals if that's a system you want to put in place, or if you just want to keep a journal of the food. Because sometimes you say, I'm doing everything that I need to do, but you're not seeing results. So if you, when you're not seeing the results, you should just look back and say, okay, so I put a piece of chocolate chip cookie in my mouth. That's not going to help me get far. I didn't drink enough water today, so maybe I should increase those. Maybe I didn't have enough green tea. One thing I noticed while on vacation, I needed green tea. That's one thing I did not pack. When I came back 10 pounds overweight. I gained 10 pounds while in DR. I said it. And coming back, I've dropped 5 since Sunday night, which I came in and I weighed myself. My nephew wants to say hello. So, so then I came back, and one of the things that I started to do was I drank. And my homework for the day, oops, and there it is drinking one of these. And I've been drinking this baby every single day since I got back. I've been dropping 2 pounds a day.
What is one of those? I can't see. Yeah, I'm not on. I'm on the floor.
I'm sorry. One of these is a gallon, which has 101.4 ounces of water. So I've been drinking that amount of water on a daily basis, in addition to what I drink of Shakeology and the 3 green teas that I've been drinking every single day. So green tea is huge. Water is huge. And I've also been having 2 shakes a day. So I've been having like 1 meal, 2 fruits, 2 shakes. 1 meal, 2 fruits, 2 shakes. And that has been key in my energy is going up. I'm pooping and I'm peeing a lot. So that's excellent. All right. So I'm down to 155 as of this morning. So let's see tomorrow what that brings. So what am I saying with this? That just like you, this is a lifestyle. This is a lifelong journey. It doesn't stop and it doesn't end because you just started this journey. Today, I thought of something. I'm like, okay, so what has made me stick to the program? What's made me stick to the program is basically the fact that I know what it feels to be big. That I know what it feels
Take everything off.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, what? I know what it feels like to feel depressed, to dress in all black. I know what it feels like to go to a dressing room and not want to shop for anything because nothing's going to fit you right. And I know what it feels like to not feel sexy anymore. I know what it feels like to be looked at by family members and they look at you and say, why did she let herself go that way? And because I know how that feels, I don't ever want to go back there. Knowing that I have the power inside of me and the skill set and the control and the ability to not allow myself to give up. So I know that that's true about me, and I know it's not easy, but I know that it is possible. And that's one of the things that has helped me stay with the program. What keeps me motivated to do things every day, to be honest, is having an accountability group, knowing that I have you ladies, even if it's you 5, we have 200 and something people in our 21 Day Fix program. But 5 of you, 4 of you, and plus myself, chose to join, and my sister, who's here invisibly, who are here, listening to me. I'm not a certified nutritionist or a certified fitness professional, but I do this because I feel that I wanted to find someone who was successful and who wasn't photoshopped and who was real, to share their experiences and not tell me that I had to be this X, Y, or Z to be able to be successful. So I wanted to share that with you. I was saying before about the applications that you can purchase to help you track. There's applications that help you track how much water you're drinking to help you, keep a reminder. There's applications like Fooducate that can help you make healthier choices. There's applications like a tracker. I forgot the name right now, but the one that MyFitnessPal, which can track your calories burnt plus the foods you've consumed. So there's a lot of things that, depending on what you need as a person, you can use to your advantage. And one of the things that I need to instill, and now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, it's easier for me to kind of like grab something or make something. But when I was in my journey, I never failed to plan. I taught 2nd grade, so my days were long, and I worked in a separated building, so I didn't have like a Dunkin' Donuts available to me or any delis that were around. Whatever food I packed was what I was going to eat. So what I would do is, on Sundays, I would write down the list of foods that I was going to eat on that week. And I would choose 3 meats. I would choose 3 veggies to focus on. And I would just make those things and just swap things around so that I didn't have to go crazy. I'm not very picky about my foods. I can eat the same things over and over again as long as I'm switching it around. So I made sure that I planned and I packed my food beforehand. So all I needed to do was grab and go. Somebody posted something and I shared it in the group. I don't know if you saw. Keep a healthy stash in your drawers, in your cabinets, in your job place. Keep it available so that when your job, you know how they have these conferences and they'll have like food that are not healthy and they are available, so that you have something to grab on. Maybe, okay, it's like you're going to have a granola bar. So yes, it's not 100% approved by the 21-day fix. But guess what? A granola bar will be a healthier choice than stuffing yourself with a donut. Or if they're having pizza and you have a can of low sodium lentil soup, I would rather you have the can of lentil soup that's low sodium than the pizza. So see what I'm saying? When you have a healthy choice to grab to, you'll be more successful. And if you're planning ahead, you're going somewhere where you're going to be tempted. So bring your stuff. Offer to bring, a healthy option. Or, have your meal before you go there. You will be criticized. You will be looked at. You will be looked at as if, oh my gosh, she thinks she sold the shit because now she doesn't want to have our food. Well, you tell them, I have my priorities right now and I'm really trying to stick to this. So if you don't mind, you can be supportive and help me out. And maybe that will help them brush off. That would be one of those ways that I can tell you. And another thing is, set yourself up with a goal. I want to share with you the fact that if you don't have a goal in mind, you're going blindfoldedly walking ahead without knowing where you're going. So right now, I'm at 155 pounds. My goal from here till December is, from here to December is how many months? Oh my God. 3 months? No, October, November, December. It's 3 months. 3 months. So my goal is, I want to reduce my fat in my body, but I want to see the scale go to 145 pounds. I haven't been able to do that. I can go to 148, but I can't go to 145. So I don't know. I want to be there for my own sake. it's hard because it's the last 10 pounds that I have to lose in my journey. And I know those are the hardest ones to lose. But my goal now is to work really hard. I'm taking away carbs 4 times a week. I'm not having it. And I'm tracking my workouts. I'm tracking my meals. I'm tracking my water. I'm tracking my measurements. I am tracking. But I'm also writing myself up a goal. So this month, my goal is to get down to 148. I know that I can do it in this month. And then from that month, you might seem it's like 3 pounds from October to December, my goal is to go down to 145. Those 3 pounds are going to be my biggest challenge because I haven't been able to do it in a year and a half. So I know that's my goal. Maybe at the beginning, my goal was I started at 189 and I didn't know that I could lose 2 pounds a week. So once I saw that my body was losing consecutively and very consistently those 2 pounds per week, I set up a roadmap and I dated it. So I looked at a calendar and my calendar read, for example, since we're in September, let's talk about that. My calendar would read, okay, by Monday, September 8th, my goal will be 187. By September 15th, I should be 185. 22nd of September, 183. And by the 29th, I should be at 181. So therefore, now I have a goal. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm looking at my roadmap, and I know every Monday I have something to go to. I'm not weighing myself every single day of the week. I'm only weighing myself on a Monday because I don't want to frustrate myself. I'm a woman, and my weight will fluctuate. So I can't weigh myself every single day.
I'm guilty.
I need to put away the scale and I need to know that my body is going to do what it needs to do. And I have a roadmap. So then I evaluate every Monday. Then if I didn't meet my goal, if I didn't lose 2 pounds, then I need to add that other pound that I didn't. If I only lost like a pound 1 week, then I need to really go strict. One way that you can boost is by having 2 cardios back to back. So if you notice that 1 week you just lost 1 pound instead of 2, double up on your cardios, minimize your carbs, and up your proteins. So I'll repeat. If you notice that you're not losing the weight, bring down your carbs, bring up your proteins, and up your cardios. So that will help you. And then give yourself a reward that has nothing to do with food. So once you meet that goal that you said you were going to lose 6 pounds in a month, you're going to say, I'm going to give myself a manicure. I'm going to give myself a pedicure. I'm going to go for a walk in the park, listening to whatever I want, child-free. Woohoo, that's a treat for me. Tomorrow I'm going to go have a coffee by myself without any children surrounding me. I'm going to hear the peace that's going to be around me, and I'm going to know that I'm okay. It's been 21 days with my children in me. Mm-hmm. Love it. So a roadmap is super important because it gives you an idea of where you're going. You're just not saying, I'll get there when I get there. No, you have a goal in mind. You want to be a certain size by a certain time. So write it down. Get pictures. Make yourself like a little vision board. Post up a dress that you want to wear for Christmas, for New Year's Eve, and work towards that goal. So a roadmap is also one way that I use that would help me. Something else is get an accountability partner in the group. Tag someone and say, look, I'm working out today. Are you working out? I'm drinking my water. Are you drinking your water? We're there to support each other. And the support group is there so that we can, hold each other up for it. So please use the support group and for your advantage, and look out and reach out to people, and don't be shy. Don't feel like, they're not your coaches or they're not your friends. So why should they butt into your problems? That's what we're there for. We're there to share because that's the only place in which we can be open about our situation and others can understand us. All right. So I think I spoke about a few things that worked for me, which was, my self-motivation, which is I have to speak to myself. I have to know that I don't want to go back to where I was before and that I'm not going to let myself go there again. So there's no negotiable. I just got to do it. Stick to one program, and watch it work for you. After you've done that, then you can try other things and you can customize. Like right now, I'm customizing T25 with PiYo because I want to see what PiYo is going to do to my body. So I'm doing, and I love T25 because it's short and I'm a cardio fan. So I'm doing the beta stage, then I'm going to do gamma stage with all weights, and I'm going to get beast up. And I'm doing PiYo. But that's the way I'm customizing it. You're going to learn later on how to customize your own programs because you're going to learn what works for your body. I know for my sister, she likes Chalene Extreme. So she's going back to Chalene Extreme and she'll do some PiYo and she'll do some 21-day fix, but she customizes it now to meet her needs. So that's what you'll do later. But for now, for your transformation, stick to a program.
Nutrition is key.
Huh?
Nutrition.
You want to say a little bit about that?
Hi, ladies. Sorry, my son is actually working as we speak too. He looked for his own laptop. In any case, nutrition, regardless of the program that you've committed to, your program is non-negotiable. That program is you and yourself and I until you finish it, until you set 30-day goals and so forth. But if your nutrition is not on point, do not expect this to work. And I think that at this point, I can share with you, I've been in this journey now as my sister, a little bit less than her, but almost a year. No, actually a year and a half. I lose track already. I finished in April, a year ago. And once you start getting comfortable with yourself after you reach your goal, this little bit won't hurt. Oh, I got this. I'm feeling good. People start seeing, oh my God, your transformation from what you were to what you are now.
You could eat that. You're skinny already.
This. And then you feel like this need to like complacer and kind of like, all right, let's be nice, let's socialize. But where am I going with this? Not that you're not going to be able to live. Yes, you can. But you need to organize yourself in a way that you know when you're going to go to a special event with family, then that week, make sure that you're on point, that your nutrition's key, that you're eating every 3 hours. Because if you don't eat every 3 hours, and I'm at fault for that, you go on starvation mode, and when you see food, you will eat it, and you don't care about containers, you don't care about who's who, you don't care about your goals, you don't care about nothing.
You want food.
You need food. So this is where we're at, when if you don't plan, you will fail. And that is a guarantee. There's no magic to this. You need to, numbers don't lie. So if you weigh, let's say, I don't know, 140, make sure that you're on that first column if you're doing 21-day fix. And don't go about it. If you're not eating your containers, don't expect this program to work for you, because then you're under eating. You're not eating enough for your body. It is made to make you lose weight, but there's a number to that. If you eat too much, then you know that scale is not going to move.
And if you eat too little, you're not going to.
And if you eat too little, then your body again is going to go on starvation mode. You're going to make poor choices, and then you're going to be working against your own self. You're going to become your own enemy. You'll be like, oh, this is not working. It stopped recording.
No.
Oh, and
something's beeping. But also, like, you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but at times you need to move away from alcohol. And you need to move away from coffee. Yeah, I love coffee. But there are times when you need to stop drinking coffee. That's one thing I've stopped this week. I haven't had coffee. I can't have coffee because what happens is when I have coffee, it kind of takes away I have coffee black, no sugar. But I personally find that when I'm having coffee, it takes away my need to eat. So then if I'm not thinking of food, then I'm not eating every 3 hours. And if I'm not eating every 3 hours, then I'm going in starvation mode and my body is pulling from its own fat. So I don't want that to happen. When you notice that things aren't changing, stop the coffee, and on weekends, don't have one glass of wine. Not one zip, not one beer, not one, nada. Zero. Because alcohol will make you gain 2 pounds every time you sip it.
That's a fact.
We've proven it.
I'm a wine lover, and she keeps on pointing to me because she doesn't drink. Well, I like to drink. I'm not an alcoholic, but I am a social drinker. So alcohol, let's say I'm working my whole week, I'm doing good, and then the weekend comes, and then it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like this weekend that just passed, and you just screwed up your whole month in that sense, because now you got to backtrack. Alcohol messes you up. You can have alcohol, but if you're going to go out that day, the week has to be good, and you need to drink at least 2 cups. Instead of eating that day, have 2 shakes with water, which only means that the alcohol will get to you faster. So you don't need to be drinking a lot, because you're going to get, and
tipsy
then
and very
not
happy.
tipsy, but happy.
I would get tipsy, but that's just me.
So plan ahead. Like if you know you're going to go out with the hubster or on a date and stuff like that, make sure that you drink your shakes with water. Don't add fruit and don't add almond milk. Like, it's a numbers game. Know what you're doing. Know your body. For me, unfortunately, carbs is not good for me. I can't eat bread. I eat bread and my stomach is.
And you'll learn that about your body. Now, we have a few more minutes left. I would love to open it up to you ladies and have you share if you have any questions you find
and was this helpful?
Good, you find this informative. If you do, please, let us know. Could we do these more often so that, we can learn from each other? And I'll shut up now. It's your turn.
You ladies are hysterical. This is Diana. I got info.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Melissa Torres.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi. I just got on. I just got home from my grad class, so I was like, I need to get on.
We recorded towards the beginning of it, so you'll be able to. I'll post the recording. Diana Zambrana, you were saying something, I think.
Yeah, when I got a bunch of information, so there was a lot of informative stuff that I picked up. But there's something I did want to ask and go back to, and I'm just looking at my notes here. When you were saying to switch up the routine with your meal plan, you said, like, I only caught part of that. Like, if you ate chicken at lunch, you didn't eat it at dinner, and then what were the other?
So basically, what I would try to do is, like, if people try to eat like rice, let's say, for example, every night for dinner is going to be that brown rice with vegetables at night. So sometimes take down the rice from night, move it to lunch. Don't eat rice every day of the week. Switch it up with like a sweet potato. Add some spinach. Mix
up your recipes for the week.
Mix it up so that if, let's say, you had a heavy carb for lunch, let's say you had like sweet potato for lunch, don't have rice at night because you are having 2 heavy carbs.
Right.
And then if you're having like shrimp for lunch, then don't have fish for dinner because now you're having 2 seafood pieces. If you had red meat, like a beef on Monday, skip any beef or
for 7 days
processed for the whole week. Like, don't have deli meats, stuff like that. Because if you have it back to back, as you know, when you have beef in your system, it stays in your system for over like 2 to 3 days. So then if you
actually 7 days.
If you have it back to back.
I love steak, so I know. I have it once a week.
If you have it back to back, you're going to be backed up. So it's best to spread it apart.
Yeah, that's what happens when I eat it every day, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. If you're a steak lover,
you want to spread it out.
Well, I enjoy cooking. Cooking is a passion of mine.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I can just open up a cabinet and make anything, but I like being creative with whatever it is, and I cook many different ethnicities. So when I do the 21-day fix, the vegetables, the fruit, everything that's in there, I can work with And I don't fill up like the containers fully because I like to add variety. I get bored with stuff, so I'm always switching it up.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have a green container and my green containers for the day, which is supposed to be like 6, I'm like, I don't know what I can put in there, and I don't want 6 of the same thing, so I'll put a couple and like make a few items in one.
And that's
But that
fine.
tends to become a large plate of meal if I do want like 2 green and a red and a yellow. It looks like I'm eating like a plate for 3 people.
But don't just, you shouldn't be having
Spread it
6
out.
containers of greens in one meal, like for one day. I think the most you can have is 4. It depends on your,
It depends on the
It
column
depends.
that you're on. One thing that I do suggest is you can spread it out from the beginning of your day, like your morning. Some people are actually doing it in the shake, and it tastes pretty okay. It kind of
That's another thing. Sometimes,
like kale.
yeah,
kale is one of those
and
things.
Spinach, you can put in your own shape.
You won't taste it, and you're getting rid of your containers in a sense. You want to make sure that those containers you start from the morning, like scratching them, like Xing them off, like, all right, I got you. Because you don't want to wait until the end of the night to like pull all these containers in one plate, because then you're like
You haven't spread
overkilling
them
it.
apart
And your
enough.
body's like, whoa, what are you doing? Your metabolism has shut down because you haven't kept it revved up. That's the whole, idea behind it. It's for you to have these containers spread out throughout the day for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and your 2 snacks.
And we
So
can
like for a shake in the morning for breakfast, you could add a fruit and a veggie, and that can count as the container.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
And then one other
Especially
question I
towards
have, and
the
then
end of the
I'm
column.
done.
Go ahead, Diana.
Really quick on this part, when you were saying your 3-day fix and you do your green tea, so you said you did 101.4 ounces of water daily, including 2 shakes, 3 green teas, 2 fruits. What meal would you have? Would you have it for lunch, breakfast, dinner? Was it a hot meal, cold meal?
Because I'm not like strictly following right now the cleanse, what I did on my first yesterday, what I did was I was craving like eggs. So I did 2 scrambled eggs with 1 slice of toast and the fruit on my side. And then in one of my shakes, I put the actual water with a half of a banana. And then for my second shake, I did a half a cup of pineapple with the shake. So that's basically how I split up my fruit. I put them in the shakes. And then I had like what I was craving at the moment, because I hadn't had like, my own scrambled eggs. So I did that. All right. We have less than a minute, so if anyone has a quick question or comment.
This is Natalie. Just wanted to say I think this is really cool. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to do this.
Thank you.
And I agree with you. I think planning is ideal, because I find that for me, when I do plan my lunches and dinner, I can stick to it. But when I go to work and I don't have food, and somebody says, let's go to Chipotle or let's order some,
You're gonna eat.
You're gonna go for that guacamole.
You're
and
human.
You're gonna want some
We're
chicken,
human.
And you're about to kill someone if they don't give you that piece of lettuce.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be on starvation mode, because that's what happens. You go on I know I do. I can't go hungry. I find food, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, can I just say one thing?
Go right ahead.
For me, because I'm doing the 21 Day Fix with my daughter, but she's doing T25. So me and my daughter sat and we created a meal plan for the whole week for the family. So that's been really helpful. And I've been meal prepping really, really like every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some days I'll switch it up if I'm not in the mood. But I've been really focusing on everything I plan, I eat.
Excellent. And that's how you're going to start to see a difference in your weight. And once you stop and prepping, that's when you start seeing, oh boy, it's not happening.
No, absolutely. I see a huge difference. And it's great just to know. And at my job, there's food from the morning till I leave. So I have my food and I'm like, I'm good. My team had